Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you into the Let's Play episode of Tennis Ace, Keisuke's Path. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go, girl! Alright. I stayed up all night waiting to hear back from Keisuke after he got home, but he didn't say a word. We were texting all the way until he got home, but the last thing I heard from him was that he was heading inside and would talk to me in a few minutes. Whatever it was that happened must have been pretty serious. Now I'm not only tired, but also can't focus due to being worried about him. He didn't answer the messages I sent this morning either. I mean, I get that I was just saying good morning and stuff, but I still thought he'd answer. Last time I checked, he didn't even read it. God, I'm so pathetic. What's pathetic? Ah! Having been too absorbed in my own thoughts, I completely failed to remember where I was and what I was doing. As soon as I heard a certain tiger walk up to me... As soon as a certain tiger walked up to me and spoke, I screamed so loud that everyone turned to look at me, bewildered. Heh. Oh, and here comes the snickering. Great. Nice going, Yuichi. Keep embarrassing yourself in public. Calm down, it's just me. Don't ever do that again. What did I do? Sorry, you just surprised me. I would hope so. If this was your new way of greeting people, I don't think we'd be able to remain friends. That's harsh. Is something wrong? You usually fire back right away with something equally as mean. Are you just trying to goad me into sassing you? Why not? It's a lot of fun. God, you're so weird. Yeah, right. Like you have any right to call anyone that. I'm sorry. Would you like to repeat what you said just now? I must have heard you wrong. Oh, no, I'm good. Bullshit. I reach up with my hand, flicking the cat as hard as I can, going right for the tip of his nose. Yow! Why would you do that? Huh, that worked a lot better than I expected. Of course it did. Feline noses are very sensitive, you idiot. Huh, I'm used to hearing him calling me that, or speaking in that high-pitched voice. You know what? June was right. This is a lot of fun. Good morning, June. I see you're not late for class for once. What do you mean for once? I'm only late to class half the time. You said it as if it were something you should be proud of. Actually, can I ask you something? I kind of need a favor. Oh, sure, what is it? Can you help me with some of this homework? I spent some time on it last night, but I couldn't figure it out at all. Is that all? Sure, show me what it is you're having trouble with. June and I take advantage of a few free minutes we still have before the bell rings to help him make some progress on his homework. He has a lot more blind spots than I thought would be possible for a guy his age. There's so much basic stuff I need to go over that I'd completely forgotten about. I tutored him once or twice for 20 minutes at a time before I think I was so shocked by what I saw that I tossed the memories away in the darkest pits of my mind. I really am gonna have to pick up the slack on his tutoring if he is to have any chance of graduating. At least he's pretty studious once you actually get him down on his seat with the books in front of him. A few hours later. Just when I felt like I was getting into a good groove, the bell rings, announcing the start of lunch break. I'm starting to get satisfaction out of studying. What is happening to me? I don't want to turn into that annoying little Poindexter that I was as a child again. Spare me that. This is all your fault, Keisuke. Before I forget, I want you all to turn in your essays on feudal age poetry by the start of our next class on Thursday. The class utters a bored yes in unison before the stoat that is in charge of our Japanese lit classes walks out of the room, a satisfied smile on her face. Yeesh, I completely forgot about that essay until now. I'm gonna have to work double time on that one. Same here. Now that I think about it, Japanese literature isn't exactly your forte, is it? I remember you getting a pretty bad grade at it on the last midterm. I got a pretty bad grade at everything. I don't know if that really counts. But yeah, I got a 45 in JP Lit. That's dire. I really need to start seriously tutoring him. I'm starting to understand why he must have had to repeat his senior year. Jeez. I'll try to work out a tutoring schedule so you and I can work on improving your grades. But the way your previous ones went, you're going to be needing to score in the low 90s in all future exams just to be able to get a bare minimum passing grade by the end of the year. Why does school have to be so strict in here? I've never studied anywhere that required more than a 50 for a passing grade. You didn't even manage to score 50 in most of your exams. It's like, no, it is coffee time. Coffee. Oh, God, so good. So good after a long day of work. I know, but exams are like pancakes. Everyone knows the first one is always a dud. Where the hell are you getting this from? How did you even manage to reach senior year if you're this bad at school? Osu! As is to be expected, as soon as Saya gets here, she makes a bunch of noise to announce her arrival, greeting us enthusiastically like always. Except this time she has an unexpected guest along with her and Shuichi. Osu! Osu! It took you guys a while to get here today. Whoa! Keisuke? What are you doing here, Keisuke-san? Asking myself the same thing. I saw her going to the stairs when I left my classroom. She said she was going to drag Urushihara so he could start having lunch with us from now on. It seemed fun, so I tagged along. Saya-chan and Shuichi both pull together a few tables so we can all sit with each other, the same as every other day. Keikun, however, stands awkwardly around with his arms crossed, avoiding making eye contact. Yeah, we talked about this before. Keikun barely spends any time with us during regular school hours, and since he always has lunch by himself, so I decided that had to stop. From now on, I'm dragging him here to have lunch with us every day. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. No, it doesn't. Please don't encourage her. Aw, come on, you don't have to be sour over it. Jeez, you're not even answering him? Are you that unhappy about your friends wanting to spend more time with you? No, obviously I'm not unhappy about that, and please don't talk like that. That's just manipulative. What? You know what I'm talking about. You're trying to make it sound like you guys caring about me is what I'm upset about when it obviously isn't the case. You know, I don't feel comfortable being in a senior's... You know I don't feel comfortable being in a senior's classroom. I'm not supposed to be here. Are we really having this discussion again? You already ignore a bunch of school rules, yet you're fixating on the one thing that isn't a rule? It's an unspoken rule! I'm not gonna debate you on this again. We just end up in circles the whole time. You already know where I stand. Fine. Is everything okay, Keisuke? You were in such a good mood last night. How come you're suddenly so sour? Hey, come on now. There's no need to look like that. Yeah, how about you at least try to be friendly? How about you at least try to mind your own business? How about that? Ah! Excuse me? Whatever's going on with you is an excuse for talking like that. You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped. Keisuke eventually grabs a chair and takes a seat along with the rest of us, sighing deeply as soon as he does so. Did something happen? You've been moody since we went to pick you up. It's not important. Clearly it is if you're being affected this badly by it. Yeah, what's the matter? You didn't tell me anything either. And he should have told you before any of us? How co- Shuichi cannot now. That was weird. I'm not the only one who thinks so, am I? Look, it's not a big deal. It's just more stupid family stuff. Same thing as always. I'd rather not dwell on it. I prefer keeping that stuff as separate from my personal life as I can, if you don't mind. I guess that's understandable. I'm sorry. It's fine. I'll be fine. It's just a little headache for now. So, trying to get this conversation back on track after I've nearly killed it. But what's up? What's up? You're really bad at this, aren't you? Shut up. I'm trying my best. That you are. Oh, right. I just remembered. I was wondering if we could all get together this year to go to the Lunar Festival. Sounds like a good idea to me. Been years since we've gone as a group. And we never did since Urushihara joined. There's him and Junkun to come along with us now. Yes. I'm aware of the festival, though I'm not sure if I'll be able to partake in it. Why not? Why so formal? I was 99% sure I'd be able to dissuade Father from the whole, you should man a booth during the festival so you can have a better understanding of market logistics and how to operate a business. But I don't know if I have any ground to stand on with refusing anymore. Yeah, I think he mentioned him wanting you to do that a few months ago. Looks like now, coffee time. Oh my god, this brew is so good. Dude, that sucks. Think of all the free food you'd be able to eat, though. Some people are motivated by more than their stomach. Right, would work on me. It's not a given that we'd be able to go anyway. The festival is happening soon, but it's a really awkward time of the year for most of us. I wouldn't worry too much, Keisuke. Yuichi-kun is right. The next tournament happens soon, too. I'm surprised your dad is even making you do this when he knows about that. As if he's ever cared about that. Oh, wait, if you're going to be working in a stall for the festival, does this mean you're going to be wearing a yukata? Well, that's a very sudden change in mood. Ooh, yukatas are really nice. I want to wear one. What is even going on in here? I don't know anymore. I'll bet Keisuke would look really nice in one, too. My condolences, Urushihara. Seems like you just got swallowed by the conversational typhoon that is Saya. It does seem to be the case. Hey, who are you calling a typhoon? What does that even mean? Who cares? The important thing here is that it sounds bad. Is it bad? Not necessarily. Just means Saya tends to sweep people up on her pace with no chance of resistance. Oh, that sounds like Misaguchi-san. Oh, come on! Keisuke gives her a friendly pat on the back, putting on a gentle smile. I'm sorry, Mizuguchi-san. We won't mention it if it really bothers you. I guess it's fine. I just feel bad. Am I really that annoying? We said anything about it being annoying. Saya is Saya. It's not like I'd expect you to act differently. Or do I want you to? Aw, Sho-chan. Ha! Sho-chan? You barely even call me that anymore. I'd have to save it, otherwise it won't be special. Is that name a big deal? Is the name that big of a deal? Saya used to call us like that all the time when we were children. Sho-chan and Yu-chan. Of course, I grew out of my nickname years ago. I really prefer not to be called that. That's his choice, of course. I like it. It's special to me. Only because it's Saya calling me that, though. It's kind of similar to how you two love being called Ni-chan by your siblings. Yeah, that's true. Aki has taken to calling me Aniki for the past year now. I hate it. That's a mood. Itoka just gets on my case nowadays. She no longer calls me Ni-chan either. It breaks my heart. I can't say I know what it's like. I'm an only child. Same here. Is it really that big of a deal? Of course it is! You have no idea how much it hurts to not be called Ni-chan anymore. Scary! Really, you two are a What? Really, you two are a Brocon and a Syscon. That's not true! Just leave us alone, will ya? It's not like you'd ever understand what it feels like. I almost feel bad. Is that weird? I wouldn't if I were you. You're just cruel. Not at all. Despite the awkward start, Keisuke's mood slowly begins to improve as we continue to chat. Conversation flows from topic to topic at a rapid-fire pace, quickly leaving the subject of the festival to talk about things like the tournament that will be happening soon. The next class trip, among others. Saya easily monopolizes most conversations just due to how she's the most energetic, with June coming in as a close second. Shuichi, Keisuke, and I are happy to just chime in in either agreement or denial from time to time. If anything, just watching these two bounce around ideas between each other is already plenty fun enough. It's like watching two hyperactive hamsters playing around. It takes so little to keep them entertained. Of course, if Saya-chan knew that I'm comparing her what I'm comparing her to in my thoughts, she'd absolutely kick my ass. Not that I'd blame her. A few hours later. Practice today went a lot easier than I thought it would. I'm starting to think that my attempt at becoming more active in my studies has started bleeding out into other aspects of my life. At least it's getting easier to force myself to do things even when I don't have the motivation. The fact that I'm going to these lengths just because I want to be more like Cake deeply bothers me, though. One second, y'all. Coffee time. Delicious. Okay. It goes without saying, but Keisuke must never know of this. I'd rather die. Why does it have to be so hot? Even with the AC inside the building, I was still melting once I started practicing. I was feeling hot just watching others doing their work. How did the temperature even go up almost 30 degrees over a single month? This is the worst summer in years. This should be illegal. I muttered to myself, well aware of how this would look to a random bystander. Mostly I'm just trying to keep myself entertained while waiting for Keisuke to leave the building, and bitching about the weather felt like as good as an activity as any. He stayed behind to talk with Coach for a bit, so he'd only just headed into the locker room by the time I was leaving. It shouldn't be too much longer now. About 20 minutes later, Keisuke finally walks out of the building, looking somehow worse for wear than before. And speaking of wear, he's wearing his dress shirt? When did that happen? Hey there. Oh. He freezes right away when I call out to him, not having even noticed me before I spoke. I nearly had to rush after him so he wouldn't walk right past me. Can this wait? I already have the car waiting for me. Whoa, geez, hi to you too. You could at least pretend like you're happy to see me. I am. It's just that... What? Nothing. Never mind. I was about to say something stupid anyway. I just don't have the time right now, and my brain is kind of paced at the moment. So I would really prefer to talk later. God, Keisuke, you're worrying me a bit now. You barely talk to me over lunch, too. You just grunt when I said something, but you give everyone else full answers. That's... I don't... forget it. I might as well talk about it anyway if you've noticed that much. Just stink. Did something happen that was that bad? No, I mean it literally. You really stink right now. I'm sorry, I know some guys are into the smell of sweat, but I'm not one of those. What? It's not like I can do anything about it. You could have showered before leaving like I did. Yeah, you don't feel comfortable doing that here, I know that. I'm just stalling. You're stalling when you've already said you don't even have the time? That's a good point. Look, things happened at home yesterday. It was pretty bad. I'm having to reconsider a lot of things. I just can't make time for you today. I wish I could, believe me, I do. I just can't. I'm being really vague about this. You noticed that, huh? What did you expect? Do you think I'm some kind of moron who can't notice something staring him right in the face? Come on, at least give me a bit more credit than that. Didn't you give me a whole hippie speech about not being in a relationship if you ain't willing to be honest with each other and all that crap? Now you're backtracking? First of all, fairly sure I didn't sound or talk like that. Second of all, I knew saying that would eventually come to bite me in the ass. Oh no, the consequences of your own actions. How unexpected. I don't really need the sass right now. Keisuke, you're still stalling. Fuck! Excuse me, what? I must have misheard. Either that or I suddenly found myself in crazy land where nothing ever makes sense, but... Did Keisuke just say fuck? Wow, that's rare. I think I've only heard you say fuck at most 3 times before. You're misremembering. I'm sure it's more than that. Either way, fine. You want the truth? I can tell you, after you shower. You're the one who said you don't have the time. Okay, fine. I lied. I just don't want to go home yet, but I didn't feel like up to talking to people, so I was just going to hang around to clear my head. Are you happy? Not particularly. Seriously, what's going on with you? You're starting to freak me out. Are you mad at me or something? Alright guys and gals, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!